Today on UV Design Tips and Tricks, we show you how to manage several WordPress websites. Hey everyone, I know it's been a while since we did our last tutorial. Things have been crazy, still crazy, but I miss doing them. I miss hearing from you. I miss everything. So we're going to get back into things and start re-putting out content every Tuesday for Tuesday Tips and Tricks, but we're going to change things up a little bit. Instead of just always talking about VPS servers, building WordPress sites, and that jazz, we're going to start talking about other things. Yes, today we're talking about WordPress still, of course, but starting next week, we're going to start putting other videos together about just running a business altogether, right? Like understanding there's more to it than just your website, right? How do you increase traffic to websites and stuff like that? It's all gonna be personal experience and thoughts and opinions on that. So look forward to putting those out for everyone and kind of getting back into the things again, getting back into the swing of things again. See, I still can't even speak correctly, so that has not changed. You're guaranteed that. You're welcome. So today we're going to talk about how to manage multiple WordPress websites. A lot of us have more than just one WordPress site. I mean, you don't even have to be a web developer to have one WordPress site. You can just be a small business owner that has, maybe a charity site, a personal website, portfolio website. It doesn't matter. Like a lot of people have a couple WordPress sites, so it's not uncommon for people to try to manage their own WordPress sites. What is a pain in the ass is managing those sites. Once you get past 2, I mean, honestly, if you have like 3 to 5 and more, it gets kind of tedious logging in there and updating plugins, updating themes, updating WordPress itself, right? Kind of just managing it, right? It's a pain. All you have to do is go in there. I used to tell people all you gotta do is make it part of your routine. Monday morning, cup of coffee, go and log in WordPress, make all the updates. If you're managing 1 or 2 sites, easy peasy. But once you get past 3 and 5, then it's like I gotta log into 5 different WordPress sites. I gotta do this. Again, we're not talking about a lot of time to do this stuff. It's just a pain in the ass. And then once things start becoming a pain in the ass, then you just start, oh my gosh, then you just don't do them, right? So you're like, oh, I gotta do this. Again, honestly, if you had to update 5 WordPress sites, even in 10, probably take you not more than 15 minutes. We're just talking 15 minutes. But if that's a pain in the ass, 15 minutes, you're just not going to do it, right? So today we're going to have solutions on how to take care of that. Well, I'm going to show you my solution on how to take care of that, right? So let's get started here. Boom. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to go over a couple ones that I don't use. I just have heard about them. You can kind of choose which one might best suit your needs. Again, we're just going to go over in depth which one I use. Jetpack has one out there. If you're not familiar with Jetpack, well, you probably are, because WordPress tries to make you install it every time you install a fresh copy of WordPress, because it's made by WordPress.com. But Jetpack has a lot of different features for it. We're not going to go over those. I don't use it. I'm not saying it's good or not, but they have free, personal, premium, professional, yearly cost. Here's all the features for them. Some stuff to help image performance, no backups on the free one, brute force attack protection, downtime monitoring. You can start going into the free ones and you can start seeing, the benefits of paying for them. The only thing is it doesn't tell you how many websites you get to have for this. So, I mean, I could have researched it and figured it out, but I honestly don't care. I know you probably do. I care that you care, but I just don't care, if that makes sense. But I mean, look at this. You have to get Google Analytics integration. You have to have the premium one, $9 a month. Well, it isn't too bad, I guess. But anywho, I mean, you can kind of figure out. I'm going to assume it's going to be on the unlimited, because if it was less than that, they would show you. They would tell you if it was like 5, 10, 20, or whatever. So anyways, Jetpack, some people use it, some people don't. It's an option. Go away. WP Remote. When I first started GoDaddy 4 years ago, which I no longer work there, just when I started there, I had a couple of WordPress sites, and between calls and talking to customers, you kind of learn a lot more because people are out there. You talk to everyone around the world, and I remember a customer mentioned this before, and he had just heard about it. I went to it, dink, 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 while I was at work, looked into it, thought it was pretty cool. I think they changed the layout and how it functions a lot differently now. Now, again, this is a marketing theme. Monitor unlimited sites for free, So they offer some free versions or free features of it. I'm going to assume there's pro paid options when you get into the system, right? Like, hey, if you want this feature, pay this. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't used this. I used this for like 6 months when I worked for GoDaddy, and I just stopped using it just because I only had like 3 websites at that time and no clients, so I could care less because I was in the back end. When I was at work, I would just go to the back end of my WordPress sites and update them and work on them while I was at work. Just don't tell my boss, even though I don't work there anymore. So anywho, that is that. Again, I don't remember why. I remember why I stopped. It's just because I didn't need it to use it anymore. I was like, meh, why do I need an extra plugin for something I really don't care about? If I remember correctly, the function of it worked nice. I think they changed how it works now, probably, because we're talking probably 3 years ago now, since I even take a look at it. Again, I haven't really heard bad things about it. So take a look, see if it's what you want to use. Then you have Managed WP. To my knowledge, this is probably the most popular one out there. Again, they have the free unlimited websites forever. They get you to start it, and then they add, here's all the free ones, and then they have their add-ons, right? These are per website per month. Then if you have a lot of websites, basically they're saying if you have over 25 websites, because it's $1, like white label, it's $1. So if you have 25, they're going to charge you 25, but it has up to 100 websites. They have package deals and everything like that. So if you have a lot of clients, this would be something great, 150 for all their premium features and stuff like that. Now, this is what I use. I use Managed WP. And if you don't know, Managed WP is now owned by GoDaddy. GoDaddy bought them out several years ago. I was working there when they bought them out. And GoDaddy's bought a lot of companies. I thought this is one of the better purchases that they did, in my opinion. Now, financially, I don't have no idea, and we're not going to get into that. But I just thought this is cool because what they also did was they didn't buy this out and then fired everyone. They bought it out and gave people options to come work for GoDaddy and still work in this department, right? So I forget where they were at, but I just still remember, I'm pretty sure even the CEO came over to still work and manage this project. Again, I don't know all the specific details because I was just a grunt at GoDaddy, but anywho, so this is what I use. You can sign up, go through this portal, or if you have a GoDaddy account, they have something called GoDaddy Pro, that is free, and that is basically for, technically, it was marketed towards developers and businesses that had clients that they want to manage clients easier. So anyways, you go inside here, and here's your dashboard, for Managed WP / the GoDaddy Dashboard. Everything I have is logged in through GoDaddy because that's who I use for my VPS server and domains and whatnot. And this is free, even if you don't have GoDaddy. So let's get into this dashboard and how it's all set up. So when you first get here, you can go up here to this plus sign, click. You can add a website. You can add a client. So just for labeling purposes, so if you have, Joe's Pizza, you can add that client information, phone number, email, so you can keep it organized. You can shop on their behalf. So if they give you permission, it's not verbal permission, but if in the back end of GoDaddy system, you can purchase stuff on your client's behalf if they give you this integrated permissions. So if you need to buy stuff for them, you can do that. Template builder's pretty cool. You can create up to 10 templates. So in case you have like custom installs that you do, but they're like the same things you install all the time, well, you can help bypass the time it takes and pre-install themes and plugins. So these 5 plugins I use on every install: Short Pixel Image Optimizer, Disable Comments, Cache Enabler, Ask Mint, and Manage WP Worker. This is the plugin that communicates between WordPress and this Manage WP platform. And then my themes, I have Divi and Divi Child, and it automatically activates the Divi Child, and then it just imports whatever the newest version of WordPress is. So when 5.0 comes out here next couple months, this will automatically get updated to do that. So I can come in here, push a fresh install to a domain name, and bada bing, bada boom, it's done for me. So when you go up here to website, click here, add your website URL. It's going to look at it, and it's going to look for the WP admin screen. So you have to have WP admin accessible remotely. It can't be hidden. It can't be a redirect, because the system won't know that. So some people don't like that, but it is what it is. I mean, this thing can only do so much and understand how that works. So once you put the WordPress URL in here, then I'll ask you for the username and password. You put in your information, and then it connects it to the dashboard. So this is something that's kind of cool. Again, I don't know about any of those other managed WordPress softwares, but this one you can do non-WordPress sites. So there's add-ons that you can do, right? And some of those add-ons, it doesn't need to be WordPress for them to function correctly, right? Like uptime monitoring, security check, SEO. Those obviously don't have to be WordPress, because all it's doing is scanning the site, right? So you put your URL in here, and it's going to say, this is not a WordPress site. Do you want to add this to your dashboard still? You just click yes, and boom, it's in your dashboard. So that's how you add a site. Pretty easy peasy. I mean, you can figure it out. I don't actually have any WordPress sites to add to this, or I would show you, but again, it's like 3 clicks and you're done. So anyways, here's the overview. When you first log in, this is the first screen that you're going to see. Now, everything's up to date, because I accidentally updated everything this morning out of routine. But we can still kind of go over things. So if you had plugins that needed updated, it would show you all the plugins right here. Here's your theme. I have this one theme that needs to be updated. Here's your old version, 1.5.7, and here's the newest version that's out, 1.6.1. So you would just click on this and click update, or you can do a safe update. A safe update means if you have their premium backup for $1 a month for one website, it will back up it'll back up the website automatically before it makes the update, and then makes the update for it, just in case something crashes on it, right? Because I mean, that's how you're supposed to, and that's what you're encouraged to do before you make updates to things. I personally don't use the safe update, and here's why. Because I have my VPS server makes backups. I believe I have it set up at noon or midnight, whatever the 12th hour is of that day. And then I have the activated backups on this that does it the other 12 hours. So every 12 hours, my site's getting backed up somewhere. So, there's a lot being backed up all the time. Once the site's been published to the client or launched or whatever you want to call it, then not a lot of things are changing on it, So it's not like I'm going to be losing a lot of work on here. So anyways, you just click update. What's kind of cool about this too is if you had multiple themes, or let's say this had a 4 next to it, you click on here and this would drop down and would show you all the webs. If this again had 4, you would see all 4 websites that needed this theme update. You can uncheck 2 of them and only update 2 of them, 1, 3, whatever, all of them. Now this particular client, I'm not going to make this update. She doesn't have a child theme. She contacted me after she developed her website, and she didn't want to pay for me to create a child theme and then basically take all her customizations that she's done and put them on the child theme. She's tried updating this before and she lost all her customizations, so she's going to leave it as is. I tell her it's very important. We need to get her off of it. Updates are important. It's like the key factor to WordPress. It's backups and updating are the 2 biggest things you can do for your website. Now, and then here's WordPress itself. My WordPresses are all up to date. Optimization is the database. So if I had spam comments, you would see them in here. Post revisions, this just means every time you make a post or a page or any type of revision to something on WordPress, you can kind of go back in history. This will clean up all the revisions for you. Again, this is her site. I'm not going to do it because I know she's been making a lot of changes to it. And megabyte overhead, this just means that, again, the database has extra data in there that knows it no longer needs, so clean it up. Just, it's nice to keep your database as clean as possible. Yes, these are small numbers, and in theory, this little number doesn't make a big difference, but over 2 or 3 years, that can add up to be a lot, right? So it's great to always just make sure it's always cleaned up and optimized as best as possible. Right here are the services that they offer, the add-ons, let's call it, and it gives you just quick little things and updates about each little add-on. 10 websites are using Pro Sites Backups, problems detected while backing up 2 websites. So you could just click on here and you get some little more information, click on here, and it tells you which 2 websites you're having issues with. I know specifically this one I'm having an issue with because I technically have managed WP worker deactivated, because I was going to show you, because up here it kind of gives you notifications when it tries to sync stuff up. It says this little bell turns orange. It says, oh look, I couldn't connect to this website. Well, I know because I turned it off, and I need to re-authenticate this because we just launched their new website last weekend, so I need to go back and do that. So anywho, this kind of gives you, again, just a quick overview of things, little notifications, pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. News, if managed WordPress is, or not managed WordPress, is managed WP has any news they would like you to know about, they put it in here. So they talked about the template builder that I talked about a little bit ago, and you can read more about it, dismiss it, whatever. I keep it up because I don't even care. Comments, if there's comments that needed to be approved or pending, you can check it out. So here's all the comments. They tell you what website it's for, when they were posted, and stuff like that. So you can delete. So just like you're in the back end of that specific WordPress site, you can see it. So it's kind of nice. Here is just a quick way to sort things. Put filters on it, so you can only, I want to look at all the sites that just have free security check. You click here and it would filter all of this out specifically for, like, see how everything kind of just changed and nothing's in red anymore down here. Clear filters, and boom, now it's back. So it's just an easy way to filter out everything. We're going to jump to clients. So when you add clients here, man, who's that handsome devil right there? Here's everything you can see. All your clients' information, emails, company details if you had them. You can add notes, phone numbers, everything that's, just basic information, right? It's pretty nice to have. Keeps stuff organized. Add-ons. Here are all the websites that you're managing. And here's the URL of all those websites. And then here's all the add-ons. You can probably guess, but we'll go over it anyways, because you can't then say I didn't tell you. But if it's grayed out like this one, see how it's light gray, but when you hover over it turns blue because you want to turn it on. That means we're not using that add-on. So either the client doesn't want to use it, or I'm not using it for my own personal site. I would say about half these are personal sites or friend sites, and the other half are actual client sites. If it's fully gray, that means we're fully using that. If it's just a free feature, or we're paying a monthly price for it. And then see the shield, and then the miles per hour sign, or the odometer, not odometer, but whatever, whatever, speed gauge. See how it's half? That means we're using the free version, but there's a paid version that we could upgrade to it. So again, it's pretty clever how they did it, not mind-boggling or breaking news, but it's just a quick visual guide so you know what each client has. As you can see, different websites have different things. So and then they tell you how much it costs per month for this website to run all the add-ons. This is nothing, $1.80, nothing, 90 cents, bunch of 90 cents and stuff. I get 10% off because I'm a loyalty discount, because I earned enough GoDaddy Pro points to get a 10% discount, I think. I don't even know, but who cares? So $27.90 is what I would spend, but I save $19.80 a month, and so I only spent $8 10 cents. And the biggest reason for that is on the backups, which we'll talk about here in a second. So yeah, anyways, so now if you go here to websites, you're going to see all the websites. Again, it's similar to this, but it's a little bit more, I don't know, there's really not much difference except for that one shows you all the add-ons. This one does not, but this one shows you all the tags, shows you who the client specifically is, if they're on WordPress or not. All these NAs are non-WordPress sites, obviously, and you can see how it has a globe, NA, WordPress logo, WordPress, and stuff like that. You can have a thumbnail, grid view, whatever you want to call. This bluntly tells me this one's disconnected, so it's a visual, easy to see, or it's red right here, or it's red right there. This yellow's telling me it has updates. Again, this is just a visual guide of what you like better. I switch back and forth. I have no care really what works for me or what not. I usually just go with this one. So anyways, this shows you everything. So let's go ahead and click on one of these websites to get into the website dashboard specifically for that website. Again, not even again because I haven't set it, but this dashboard looks exactly like the overview dashboard of the entire of all your sites. So it's just more broken down to specifically this website. It says all my updates are hosting's GoDaddy. Here's my IP address. The reason why it says GoDaddy is I have my own VPS server, and that is with GoDaddy. Sorry. So it says I'm hosted with GoDaddy. Technically we are, but I'm a VPS server. Optimization, my database is optimized. Backups, last backup was today at 5:40 a.m. Next backup is 4:30 a.m. I could back up now if I wanted to. Don't need to, but if you just spent maybe 5 hours on a lot of stuff on the website, you can come back here, hit backup real quick, and within 20 minutes, everything's backed up. Uptime monitoring. This is an add-on feature. I pay $1, well, technically 90 cents for it. It tells me how long it's been up for and the last time it was down, which is really nice. Clients really like that. On all my managing servers, if you pay for hosting with me, I do at least uptime monitoring, just because they like to know if their website goes down and for what reason. Most of the time it's because of me. I either upgraded PHP and had to reboot the server, little things like that. So they're always happy when this number is really big. The SEO, I pay the 90 cents a month for that. Just kind of goes over a quick overview of it. Comments, again, no comments on the website. Notes, so if I wanted to say we did this today on this website, we did that. Just an easy way to monitor your note systems. I personally put my notes in Google Analytics because most of my stuff I do has to do with SEO after the website's launched, so I want it in there. So in case I'm no longer the SEO guy, the next SEO person can see it because I'm nice like that. So they can have an idea of what's been going on. New website launched. We started Google AdWords. We changed 50% of the content, whatever, who cares, right? So anywho, Google Analytics, you can integrate Google Analytics into this for free. It has to be done through your specific Google Analytics account. So if you have clients, they have to give you, add you as a member to their account, and then you can be able to import their Google Analytics data. Again, this is a quick overview, not the most, this isn't the most groundbreaking data in the world, but it's nice to have, right? It's free. So then that's the dashboard. Now here is the backups plugin or add-on, whatever you want to call it. Pretty easy peasy. You got your calendar here. So here's all my backups. Schedule backup every day. I can change that if I wanted to, restore, create template, whatever. It tells me the size of my database, tells me the size of all my files. It's a great tool. If you just did the free version, it backs up once a month or once every 30 days. So again, technically you don't have an excuse not to back up your website. This is free. Managed WP is free. And then there's a free backup. So technically your site could be backed up at least once a month. I say do more than that, but better than nothing. This talks about what plugins I have. I can add a plugin from here if I wanted to. I've never done that because once the site's launched, I pretty much all the plugins are already in there that I'm going to use. Themes, same thing, you know, so exciting stuff. Security, the free check, you can check it for free if you want to. Make sure, you know, if you think little things might be off, you can do a quick check. I don't know how in depth this is compared to like Security or SiteLock or anything like that. I haven't really done too much testing on that, but none of my sites have ever been hacked. So I've never needed to dive deep into that. And plus, I'm not going to bring someone's hacked site onto my server. I don't know what that, you know, it's probably going to be safe, but I'd rather not. So yeah. So if you have any idea on how well this is compared to that stuff, let me know in the comments below. Like to hear. If you do automated check, that's like $1, I think, a month. You know, you can see upgrade. Oh, look, 90 cents. Again, it's normally $1, buy it, and they can do it automatically for you. And then obviously it'll email you if it thinks something's going on, you know, or anything like that. Performance, it is GT metrics brought into the system. So again, you can pay for an upgrade, and that upgrade will monitor it, check it every day, and then you can set a level saying if one of these grades get below a certain grade, email me and let me know. I did that before. I did at level C. I was getting emails every day. I was like, well, this is stupid. I know I'm not too worried about it. My site loads perfectly fine. It's my personal site, so I mean, it's my business website, but whatever. It works perfectly fine. I don't have any issues with it. But you can run this as much as you want. So, you know, check it. Oh, so here's your report. You can click on the report. Tells you your grades, just like GT metrics, because this is GT metrics. And here's the reports. And it's like, oh, look, I need to add some expire headers. And here's what needs to happen. And so then you go in and you go fix some code on your website. Fix that code, come back, and you can instantaneously run this again. So you can run this as often as you want. It's just not automatic. And then it says, oh, look, you improved or you didn't improve, you know. I mean, to be super honest with you, the reason why, where was it at? Oh, right here. Expire headers. If you look, these are all things that are not on my server. Facebook, Google, fonts, Google. So I'm like 99% sure I can't fix those because those are not on my server. I can't control how their server runs, right? So anywho, I can fix some optimized images, compress them a little bit more, whatever. Again, my site loads perfectly fine for me. So anyway, moving on. Uptime Monitor. Again, this is pretty good. Clients just love this. They just love that they know that their website's up and running, that they have a peace of mind that they don't have to worry about it, right? They don't, because some people just check their website all the time, always on their website, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because how hard is it to check your website? I'm just saying they just like it monitored for them. They get a monthly report. SEO, this is not the most crazy in-depth SEO program out there, but it sure as heck is better than nothing. I honestly use this more for clients that aren't opting in my SEO program, and I just use it to monitor. And then maybe once in a while, you know, we're having a conversation and I ask them how their site's doing, traffic, and like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, look, this report I have for you. You know, I mean, it's only costing me $1 a month. Whoop-de-doo, right? You know, so I use Moz as my actual SEO keyword tracker. Well, that costs me a lot more money. I'm not going to waste space on that for a client that's not paying me anything, but this is a great tool. You know, it's just basic too. And if you just want to start getting to understand SEO and how things work, you know, this is just a great tool to start off with. So it ranks everything. You can see previous months, what's up, what's down, what's not ranked for words that you think so, whoa, none of these words are really ranking. I need to fix that on my website. What's cool then is it will show you your competitors. You know, here are some competitors of mine. Yes, I know my site's a lot lower. I don't really work on my site that much. Be super honest with you, my business is word of mouth. So at the end of the day, I just have a site to have a site. Because how weird would that be to have a website developer, SEO person not have a website, right? So yeah, I've seen that happen. I've seen website developers who on their website, they have a Facebook, Twitter, icons, and they don't link to anything. They're just there because they just think it needs to be there. I'm like, well, that's weird. but whatever, it's their business. Who cares? But actually, also what's kind of cool is, see, for this keyword is this home page. That's where this keyword is ranking out of all my pages. See here on my top 10, they'll show you the top 10 websites that are ranking for that keyword. So here's some more of my competitors. So then I can click on here, it would open up their website. I can take a look at it, like, ooh, look, how is this website getting ranked number 1? You know, well, I know why, but I'm just saying, like, you can start taking a look at some of your competitors. You might not be familiar with them, and start trying to understand why they're ranking above you. Again, it's $1, a whole dollar. You can't even buy a burger for $1 anymore. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, it's nice. Client report. There's two things. There's $2, or there's 2 separate dollars that you can buy for this. So you can have a report. I've already downloaded this report, and it's right here. And this report, you can have it automatically emailed to your client. I think weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever you choose. You put your nice little logo. You can, here's your weekly report. Here's your monthly report, blah, blah, blah. Contact with questions. And here's just a quick overview of what the report in details. And then it starts talking about the specific report. Like, here's what we've done for the past week. You know, backups, great. Uptime, your site's been up for 100% for this past week. Awesome. Analytics. Here's some of that Google Analytics. Again, this is just basic stuff. If they want more in depth, they're probably paying for that service from you to provide them with a better in-depth report than just this. But then again, just a quick overview. Great. Performance, SEO tracking, you know, and stuff. So this is just some basic stuff. Now, it costs $1 to do the reports. Then there's another $1 for white label. That pretty much see this managed WP or managed WP logo. That would go away, and then your logo would go there. So it just makes it look like you created the report. You put all the time and effort in this report. Again, we're talking $2. So if someone's paying you for all this, why not spend the $2, right? Because they're probably paying you 20, 25, 50 bucks a month, or, you know, they paid you for a full year out. Make it look like your own for a whole whopping $1. But hey, it's your business. Run it however you want. More tools. Again, this is the white label thing I was just talking about. You can see what users are connected to the site, maintenance mode, code snippets. This is all stuff you can do on the back end. You know, so anywho, that's that dashboard. Now, one thing I was going to talk to you about, because I showed it on here, is see where it says minus $19.80. Well, because all my sites are hosted on GoDaddy servers, they give me the backups for free. Because this is $2 a month, which is still nothing. That's chump change to back up a website daily. But they give you the backups for free if your server is on GoDaddy servers. So that's great. I save 20 bucks a month just because all my servers. So I have nothing to worry about. My clients know this. I tell them, like, look, I'm backing your site up twice a day, 12-hour increments. There's nothing to worry about from ever losing your site. And they're backed up for up to 30 days. So I have 60 backups available to me all the time. And it doesn't cost me nothing. Well, my VPS server costs me $5 a month for 50 gigs, but that's still nothing. So, I mean, it's relatively cheap. Again, you can look at some of the other ones out there that we talked about earlier today, Jetpack, WP Remote and stuff, and start price comparison. I'm not saying this is better than any of them. I just personally like this. I think this is an easy dashboard to navigate. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, if you're building websites for people, or if you built your own WordPress site, I mean, this is easier than that. So, yeah, this is just the one I like. So, let me know what you guys use at the bottom. Geez. Let me know what you guys use in the comments below. It's always interesting to see what people are using, why they're using it for, you know, and just talk about it, you know. Again, I'm not saying this is the best. It's just personal opinion, right? So let me know what you guys use. Be great. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and do that. Again, we took a little hiatus, but now we're gonna get back into the gear of things. Ugh, whatever. We're getting back into the swing of things, and put out more tutorials here every Tuesday. And then on Facebook on Thursdays, we're just gonna have a little discussion about anything and everything. It doesn't have to do with marketing, website, just whatever on my mind. You know, most of the stuff will have to do with that, opinions. You know, but yeah, we do that on Thursdays. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and take it easy, guys. Till next time.